Hello, hello dancers, welcome to today's class. All you're going to need is some water, maybe grab a block if you're feeling a little tight today, and then your beautiful body. Today's intention for this class is really to kind of celebrate our strength and our mobility and what our body can do, but also to listen to it. As dancers, I know we tend to have a bad habit of really just using the body to get into the shapes, do the positions. Like we can really get good at using it more as like this instrument, this object we're really good at manipulating and making it do what we want it to do. But this is your space to really listen to your body today and actually communicate with it and get out of the head of what you want to do and how it should look and get into the body and really feel into, oh, am I sinking into my joints or like cranking and forcing my body to get into the shape of the pose? Or are you listening and seeing like, okay, this feels good, I feel stabilized, I feel supported, I'm not sinking, I'm not cranking, I can still breathe. And that's where we want to find that nice edge where like, yeah, we may be feeling some sensation in the pose from either working the muscle or getting a stretch or really opening, but we're still able to breathe and stay present and we're not kind of disconnecting from what our body is telling us. We want to give the body permission today to really lead us and show us where is far enough, where we need to back off. And you might find that when you really start to build that communication with your body, it'll start to trust you more and you can start to trust your body more, which can ultimately lead to feeling more open, more grounded, more stabilized through your whole body, which is ultimately going to help in the longevity of you and your dancing career. So I'm going to be leading you through quite a bit of a power flow today, but also to just celebrate feeling good in our bodies, feeling strong, feeling radiant. So with that intention set, let's get on the mat and let's get started. All right, my loves, so we're going to begin today with just a short little seated meditation. Go ahead and take your easy pose here and let your hands rest wherever is comfortable, maybe on your knees or in your lap. We're just going to align ourselves in the present moment, just come to our center, let whatever is happening outside of the space go for a moment, and commit to just being in your body, celebrating yourself, giving yourself lots of love and some movement today. So go ahead and close your eyes, feel your sits bones really both evenly rooting down and grounding towards the earth. Feeling your heart right above your pelvis or sitting up nice and tall, this nice lift through the spine. Feel as though the top of your head, your crown, is lifting up towards the sky as your shoulders drop down and back away from the ears. See if you can relax the jaw, maybe do a little open and close, kind of stretch out the jaw a moment. We're just going to settle into the breath, taking some intentional deep breaths. It might feel good to give an audible sigh out the mouth. Imagine if you've been feeling a little bit up in your head today or feeling a little bit spacey or all over the place, feel yourself dropping down into your body. Really feel this energy of settling, of relaxing into yourself, feeling very safe and comfortable and held in your own beautiful body. Seeing if you can invite the breath to also drop down towards the pelvis a little lower. If you're noticing your breath is a little more shallow in your upper chest, see if you can allow it to move down into the lower ribs and even into the back of the ribs too. 60% of our lung capacity is actually in the back of the body, so see if you can also invite some expansion into the back of the lungs. Settling into the present moment, just noticing And just checking in, how are you feeling today? What are your emotions that you're feeling? What's your energy level? Without judgment, just checking in, how are you today? Have you checked in with yourself? You know, it can get easy to get stuck into our to-do lists and start to neglect how we are actually feeling. So this is your time and your space to just be with yourself. And we're not trying to push away any feelings. We're not trying to force ourselves to feel better or feel any type of way. In yoga, it's all about getting better at feeling. And feeling whatever it is we need to feel. And if you're feeling some heaviness today, some sleepiness, spaciness, or frustration, stress, just allow it to slowly leave your body and let it really move out of you as we get into the movement. Just inviting your body to let go if it's holding anything today. Beautiful. Placing your hands on your knees, palms down. We're going to begin to circle the spine. So starting a bit smaller here. Inhaling as you circle forward. Exhale as you round back. And then you can allow the movement to get a little bit bigger. But again, listen to your body. How far does it want to go today? Keeping the eyes closed, just feeling within, beginning to awaken the spine. Pulling the belly button in towards the spine. We're having an active core here to support this spinal movement. And let's switch directions. Inhaling as you come forward. Exhale as you round back. And feel free to get your shoulders and your head and neck involved. Bring a little organic motion here. Beautiful, and then we begin to do some smaller circles here. We're going to draw our arms up through the center, reaching up. Just feeling into some sensual spiral movement here, coming right from your core, right from your solar plexus, lifting you up. Breathing to awaken, breathing to energize. Then we let those arms come down, gently circling the wrists, waking up the fingers, getting into the body. Alright, let's go ahead and straighten out your legs here. We're going to alternate, pointing one foot, flexing the other, and just kind of shifting back and forth, rolling through those feet. You don't have to be at your most intense forward fold here. I'm kind of lifting up, keeping my core active, bringing my spine at a diagonal here. Just really rolling through the feet. Stretching out the calves, stretching out the feet. So just go as far as you want to go today. Give your feet some love, waking them up here. Oh, my feet are like covered in bruises and they have all these cuts right now from dancing barefoot. So if you're a dancer and you got some blisters on your feet, you got some cuts, you got some bruises, go ahead and just give your feet an extra little squeeze. Give them some love today. Beautiful. Rolling up. We're going to place our hands by our hips. We're going to press, bringing the booty up and through, really squeezing the glutes at the top, tucking the pelvis here, and pressing into the floor. Lift up through the shoulders, little tabletop. And then we're going to drop the hips down. See if you can bring them to a little hover in between the hands, really pressing into the floor. Plug the fingertips in, activate the whole hand, flex the feet, and then rolling through, rippling up, and press. Dropping back, ooh, a little hover, ooh, activate that lower core, and swing up, press, and here we're not letting the low back sag, we're really popping that pussy up to the ceiling. Try and squeeze and lift, squeeze both your booty cheeks, and back down, and last time, pressing up, and lowering down, nice, we'll let the knees rock side to side here. And letting the knees fall to the right, coming into a little double stag here. We're going to Do a little hip and rib cage mobility here. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, we're going to thread that arm through, kind of reaching down. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach through, thread that arm. Inhale, open. And now exhale, just reach and see how your body wants to experience this stretch. If you really want to reach across and get a little bit more open, or maybe you want to twist a little and reach towards that opposite corner of your mat. And check in with the breath here. Maybe it would feel good to kind of shift your hips back and forth a little bit. Maybe it would feel good to circle the arm. But even here, we're staying mindful of this shoulder, that we're not sinking and sagging into it, staying nice and lifted, long through the spine. Beautiful. Now bringing that arm parallel with the top of your mat, elbow right under the shoulder. We're going to bring that knee in, straighten that top leg out here, nice and long through the core. Time to activate the side booty and the core. We're going to press up and lift. And now here you want to make sure you're not kind of pressing backwards. You want to press straight up, keeping that shoulder in line with the elbow. And up. Lift. Really squeezing that side booty, activating the obliques. 5, long spine. 4. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold and lift. And then use that other hand to help prop you up, coming to your side for our gate opener here. Lifting, lengthening through the spine. And even here, we're not sinking through the shoulder or locking in the elbow. We are lifting with a micro bend, activating the whole hand from the core. Inner body bright, like all of your limbs are reaching out, expanding. Beautiful. We're going to exhale, contract in. Inhale, reach out like the star that you are. Exhale, contract. Inhale, out. We're going to do a little leg wave. So we're really activating the core here, doing a little organic movement. Beautiful. And now placing that leg down, we're going to reach, really squeeze this glute to get a nice side bend here. Then we're going to circle, coming forward, bending this leg here, coming to a little nice little open hip stretch here. Get a nice stretch through this leg and reaching over. So we're really grounding this hip down. Now we're going to circle again, coming through the center. Lift, stretch, and back. And back. And back. Oh yeah, it might feel good too here to round forward for a moment. Not do the side stretch. Try just walking your hands forward. And just feeling into those hips. And again, if they're feeling a little tight, just see how far your body wants to go. Maybe you're just here today. Maybe you're here a little bit more lifted instead of fully hanging out. Just check in. Maybe you want to give your hips a little circle here. Just coming back to your center, coming back to the body. Beautiful. Now reaching the other way. And here too, does it feel good to like open a little bit without locking the elbow, of course? Does it feel good to round and twist? What would feel good? What will help you stay really connected to your body? Beautiful. Let's go ahead and lift that leg off again, finding our nice balance. Plant that left hand. We're going to keep the left leg up in the air, pivot, coming to our tabletop, and then lift that right arm. So we're in a balance here. Mindful that we're not locking into this left elbow, really press into the floor, activate all of the fingertips, plug them into the floor so we're not dumping into our wrists. Lift through the shoulder, core active, lifting you up. And now even through this right hip, if you notice that you're kind of sagging and hanging out, see if in that hip crease you can almost create a little bit of space so you're staying lifted here. Back leg is parallel, really activating the booty to lift the leg. Right arm reaches forward. So it's almost this sensation of lightness, this lifting. We're not hanging out and sagging. There's a breath, a lift here. Breathing and holding for 5. Belly button in towards the spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Placing that hand down, we're going to cross that leg behind the other, come into a little cross-legged here, and shift the hips back all the way to come sit on your booty, trying to get the knees kind of stacked over each other, but if your leg is like this, really no worries. Again, you want to just see where you land from that cross, and just see where you are, just stay there, don't need to readjust or anything. You should want to feel both of your sits bones on the floor. If you find that you're leaning forward, see if you can bring yourself back. I'm just going to relax the shoulders, breathe in here, feeling your pelvis on the floor. We're going to bring some energy to our heart chakra. So we're just going to gently, with the fingertips, start to tap the center of the chest here. What this does is it just gently awakens our energy center here. You can think some affirmations like, I love and accept myself completely. It is easy for me to be compassionate towards myself and others. I love myself in all of my forms, in all parts of my evolution. I am perfect and I am whole as I am right now. And then you can just rub a few small circles on that heart, just sending yourself some love. Beautiful. We're going to bring our hands over to the left side here. We're going to do a little unwind out of that position, coming into a forward fold. Just go ahead and run your hands down the back of your legs, just inviting some relaxation here. And even here, see if you can almost like try and arch your spine here. If you notice that your back is really rounded and you're hanging over like this, see if you can shift your weight more into your toes, find a little micro bend through the knee or maybe a lot of bend, and think more about sticking your booty up towards the ceiling. It's going to be way better for your joints and your low back. Instead of when we're here, there's a lot of pressure on the low back, so if we can allow the back to be the low back to be a little bit more straight, a little bit more arched here. Beautiful. Walk the hands forward and walk the legs back, coming into our downward dog here. Just walking it out for a moment. Find what feels good. Activating through the fingers. Don't just dump into the wrists. Micro bend in the elbows. And pulling your ribs in. If you're really arching and just letting your ribs splay out, you need to bring them back in, activate the core. Lifting up onto the toes, we're going to ripple forward a little bit before dropping the knees down. So we're getting a nice stretch through the feet. And then send the hips back towards child's pose. So you're getting a nice little opening through the soles of the feet. Go ahead and breathe in there. Breathing into the feet. Inhale, coming forward. Engage the core, squeezing the elbows towards the side. We're going to lower down, tap the chest to the floor, press back up, and send it back to child's pose. A little child's pose push-up. Inhale, coming forward, like you're in a plank, lowering down all in one piece. Squeeze the elbows in, and back. Inhale forward. and back. Beautiful. Coming forward and just take a little cat-cow here. Find what feels good. Slowing down the breath once more. Now I'm going to turn around so I can face you guys, but we're going to go ahead and come back to take the other side. So bring your feet out and letting the knees drop to the left, taking our little double stag here. We're going to open up. Keep those legs nice and wide. Exhale, thread and twist. Now you might not give very much here. It might just be like, whoa, and I need to come down. See if you can really use the core to help create that twist through the ribs. And then take a moment here, find what feels good. Give yourself permission to explore this shape. Stay connected with the breath. Beautiful, bringing that knee in. Coming for our little hip raises here. Shoulder over the elbow, nice and lifted, core in, long spine, and now you want to make sure that you're not opening up here and doing this. You want to stay facing forward, even a little bit diagonally towards the floor, okay? And lift. Squeezing that side booty and your side obliques here. For 5. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, using that other hand to lift you up, coming into our gate opener here, reaching, lengthening, inner body bright, expanding, lifting out through the core. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen, and then take a little leg wave here. A little ripple. Can you find some smoothness here without letting go of this side booty and the core? One side is strong, one side is flowing. Beautiful. And then go ahead and place that foot down. We're going to reach. And then coming here, coming to our little side opening stretch. I just want you to take this on your own pace, going back and forth. Finding what feels good here. If the side stretch isn't feeling good, go ahead and just take a moment here to explore. Vibrant breath. And we'll take a moment here to really explore how this feels, maybe circling the hips, tapping into your more animal side here. Beautiful. And then coming to the other side, opening, stretching, then lifting that leg up, engage the core. No locking through that left side. Keep that leg up, right hand comes down, pivoting to our tabletop. And now here, making sure we're not sagging through that hip. See if we can get your finger in that hip crease and almost like invite some expansion here. Lifting up through the core as well. We're not sagging through the low back. Lifting that left arm, really lift. Feel that right booty cheek. Again, inner body bright. Can you find that sense of lift and lightness here through this activation? Core drawing up and in towards the spine. Beautiful, hand down. Let's cross that leg behind the other and send your hips back through the center. Taking a moment to breathe. Taking a moment to really feel that your sits bones are connecting with the floor. Relax the shoulders down and back. Awakening the crown chakra, just gently tapping on the top of the head. Bringing some energetic pulses here. Just affirming, I trust in the divine timing of my life and the way things are unfolding. I trust in my highest self. I know that I am never alone. I'm always protected and guided, whatever that means to you. Go ahead and come down, just taking a moment to feel and imagine that there's this lotus flower above your head. Blooming up towards the cosmos. And then bringing your hands over to that right side, twist to unravel, coming into our forward fold here. Take a little sway, and again, shift your weight forward into the balls of your feet and your toes. See if you can find a little arch through the back, even if that means you have to bend your knees. And just running your hands down the back of the leg. Just see if bringing that warmth and that touch can invite any relaxation through those hamstrings. They're getting a good stretch here, especially if you're really thinking about arching rather than rounding the spine. Beautiful. And then let's step those feet back into downward dog here, walking it out. Oh yeah, stretching out those calves, and then lifting up onto the toes, rippling down into that tabletop here. Sending it back to child's pose, and then stretching out the feet, breathing into the lower back. Bringing some cleansing energy to the kidneys, really breathe into that lower back and the belly. Beautiful, we're gonna take 3 more of those child's pose push-ups. So coming forward, really strong in one piece. Tap the floor, up and back. As you're squeezing those elbows in, you want to think about like you're trying to squeeze oranges in your armpits. Really squeeze those elbows in to activate some of the lats as well. Long neck, shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful, down dog. And walk your feet up. And rolling up, and come to the center of the mat here, spreading the feet a little bit wider than hips length apart, turning out. We're going to sink down into our malasana here. So, especially if you're hypermobile and you have really open hips and you can just like, whoo, drop it down, hang out here all day, I want to invite you to find a little bit of a lift here, really using those glutes to open up those hips, not letting the knees fall in, not letting the ankles fall in. Staying lifted, staying open, opening through the chest here. Activating those glutes, baby. And now without using the hands, we're going to use the core to see where our true twist mobility lies. We're going to open up. Because most of the time in Malasana, we want to just sink and like open up here. We're going to stay lifted and just see how far can we actually go when we're just twisting from the ribs. We're not cranking the arms, okay? Shoulders down away from the ears. And now from there, taking a bind. You might notice when you're not really cheating or using your hands, you're not going to be able to like bind as much. That's okay. My hands aren't even touching. Just taking a breath here. I'm going to place that right hand down. And in one strong move, we're going to press into our half moon on this side, okay? Pressing in. And now here, can you find that little bit of lift and spaciousness in that hip joint, not just collapsing and hanging out here, okay? Lift. And this is where you might want a block here. That is an option. And we lift here. Find that inner body bright magic from the core. You are radiating out energy, strength, stabilization through the whole body, long spine. Now we're gonna exhale, really squeezing that right booty. We're gonna curl into a ball. See if we can round in and then expand out, bloom, without locking back into that leg, okay? Exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale. Squeeze that booty, 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 booty. Beautiful. Placing that left hand down. We're gonna come to our standing kind of tabletop 50-50 plank that we had here. So again, lift through that hip, lift through the core and the spine. And then if you'd like to take a twist here, but keep this left booty active, really lift that leg up, activate the core, length through the spine, lift, 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 breathe. Beautiful, placing that foot down, we're gonna pivot that front foot here. So now where our foot is parallel with the top of the mat, sink the hips. We're gonna press up, side stretch, inhale. Exhale, lower, really working this side booty here. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. And lift. Beautiful. We're going to reverse everything. Actually, no, we're going to come down. Coming down. Keeping that foot where it is. And twisting around. Lower those shoulders. Try not to hunch. Creating lots of room in the torso for that breath. From here, letting that knee drop open. You can bring that foot as close as feels comfortable for your knee up towards your hip crease. You're going to circle that arm around, really reach. Again, using the core to twist and see how far you can bring that hand, okay? Maybe you can grab the foot, maybe it's just wrapped around your back. Either way is fine. Lifting up, nice long spine. We're going to reach forward towards that other foot here. Now, if you've got any sort of low back disc issues, I want you to avoid rounding here and stay more lifted and upright. But if your low back is fine, go ahead and bend forward. Your choice to flex or point that foot, but make a decision if you want to stretch the top of your foot from the back. And then inhale, coming up all in one piece, using your core. Unraveling, we're going to place that foot back. We're going to reverse all the way back to where we came from, to that Balasana. So shifting onto our side. Inhale, pressing up strong. Pivot that foot to face forward. Lift that back leg off, coming into our twisted half moon here. Shifting your weight forward into those toes. Create some space in the hips. And twisting from the core. I know it's tempting to use this bottom arm to crank us into it, but see if you can really just twist from the core, even if that means you're not twisting very much. Squeeze and lift this booty, expand from the core, lift, power, feel that expansion. And reverse it, placing that right hand down, opening up through the side. Woo, find that balance, spread the toes on the floor. Lift and bending through this leg, keeping that knee tracking over the toes. We're going to lightly come back to the center. Taking our center Malasana here, squeezing the glutes to really open up. And now we're going to open up using the core. Take that twist. Take a bind here if you like. Try and stay lifted, try to not collapse here. And then placing that left hand out in one strong motion, we're going to, without locking into this left knee, open up and expand. See if you can find a little bit of space, a little bit of lift, so you're not hanging out on that hip. Feel free to get a block under that left hand. Lengthen through the core, nice strong booty here. Placing that right hand down, we're going to pivot, coming more into a parallel shape here. Make a standing split, so you're really using this booty to lift this leg, not just opening up and hanging out. Lifting that arm. And then if you can, take a twist here. Point that toe. Lengthen, lift, squeeze this booty. And breathe, find your breath. If you're at a point where you can't breathe and you feel too strained to breathe, you need to back off an inch. You've gone too far. Beautiful, placing that foot down, pivot this left foot so it's parallel with your mat. And coming down, doing these side presses, lifting up. Exhale. And coming down, we're going to rotate all the way around, coming to our twist here. Lifting up through the spine, we're not rounding and crunching, shoulders down and back. Beautiful. Bring this knee out, bring that foot as far in as feels good. We don't want to strain this knee. Circling around. See how far you can go. Inhale, lifting up, all in one piece, nice and strong. See how far you can go. Ooh, hover, hover, and then melt. And maybe you just want to be here, kind of propped up on your forearm a little bit, wherever is going to allow you to breathe, okay? We don't want to be somewhere where we're just waiting for it to be over because we're uncomfortable and we can't breathe. That is not honoring and listening to the body. When the body feels that we are listening to it, it's also going to feel more trust and more connection with you, just overall better harmony. And that'll translate to your movement, to your dancing. Inhale, come up, nice and strong core. Unraveling, we're going to reverse that whole sequence, pivoting onto the side here, pressing up. Strong booty, strong core. Beautiful, pivoting, coming into our twisted half moon. Shifting your weight forward, see if you can lift up. Can you almost find square hips here? That one's not sagging or hunching. Making that sacrum nice and happy here. And continue to pivot, opening up to our full half moon here. Expand, reach, don't lock into this leg. Make sure you're not collapsing through your arch. Slowly bend that knee, tracking the knee over the toes, coming back down to our Malasana. Taking a moment to breathe and center in here. Maybe even close the eyes, feel the toes spreading out on the floor. And then squeeze your booty to lift you up. You're gonna walk those toes back in, so we're nice and parallel here. You're gonna inhale, sink the hips back, reach the arms up, chair pose. And now here, you really wanna feel your glutes activate. We don't want to just be hanging out. Imagine you could pull your yoga mat apart to feel those outer booties especially activate. Core strong here. We're gonna exhale, do a lion's breath as we shift forward to our toes into crane. Feel that power. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale. See if you can find a moment of lift, a hover. Letting go of any old stagnant energy. Last time. And see if you can sing. Let's play around here. How far down can you go? Squeeze the booty. Exhale, come up. Beautiful. So we're going to move into a figure four balance, but before we go in, I want to prep you because we're going to hold it for a moment and move into our alternate nostril breath. So that basically means one finger is closing off the nostril as you inhale. You're going to switch when you exhale. So every time that you exhale, you switch nostrils. We're going to do 4 breaths. So shift your weight onto that right foot here. We're going to inhale, drawing that knee up. Rotate. Place that ankle above the knee on the thighs. We're going to begin to melt down, coming to our figure 4 here. Really strong booty. Getting a nice stretch through that left hip. Once you've found your balance, core in, lift up. We're going to find our center with that alternate nostril breath. Keep squeezing that right booty. Beautiful. Coming up, cross that leg over and come down for a nice cross-legged forward fold. Relax the back of the neck, shake the head no. Lifting back up. So we're really seeing if we can find that moment of complete focus and centered present moment awareness in that balance. So left side here. Coming down, spreading the toes. We're going to inhale that arm up, or the leg and the arms. Rotate, place, hands to heart center. Sink the hips back, tracking that knee over the foot. Once you've found this, you don't want to let the left booty stop squeezing here, okay? That's going to be your support and your core. And let's begin. You find strength and relaxation at the same time. Inhale, coming back up. Cross that leg over, diving down. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and come onto the floor here. Maybe give your knees a little side to side. Before coming all the way down onto the floor, onto our backs, just taking a moment to center, reground. We're going to move into one of my favorite breaths. This breath is amazing for regulating your nervous system and bringing you into a state of centered relaxation. Really switch on that parasympathetic nervous system. That's going to get you into that rest, digest, to rejuvenate state of being. So bringing your knees over to the right side, just taking a nice little twist here, bringing your arms out to a T shape. I'll show you once and then join in with me whenever you are ready. We're basically going to be doing an Om, but keeping our mouth closed, so it's going to sound like a bumblebee. So you're going to inhale, reach that arm over to meet the right. You're going to exhale. Matching that entire up and over with the arm with the breath, okay? So move through this at your own rhythm. We're going to do 5 on this side. Move. taking a moment of ease in this twist here. You might feel nice and relaxed already. Let yourself feel into that. Bring the knees up and over. Do the same thing on the other side. 5 breaths. Inhale, cross. Last time. Slowing it down. Bring your knees back to the center here. We're going to bring the knees out about as wide as the mat. And let the knees drop in together. Let them feel like they can totally relax. Give your hip flexors and your quads a little rub here and just say, hey, you can relax, guys. Thank you. Bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the stomach. Feeling the rise and fall of the breath underneath your hands. Take a moment to snuggle those shoulder blades underneath the torso, creating a little bit more space between the shoulders and the ears. Allowing the earth to hold you here. Feeling into all of the places where your body is connecting with the floor. And scanning your body, seeing if there's any place where you can invite in some releasing here. If there's any muscles that feel like they're holding on, or any places where you feel a little bit more restricted. With each exhale, see if you can allow some of that tension to be carried away with the breath. Closing the eyes, relax the jaw, and really relax your shoulders down too, almost imagining this widening across the collarbones as the heads of your shoulders drop down towards the earth. See if you can breathe into your pelvic floor here. Even checking in with the bottom of your pelvis. How's that feeling? Can you relax there as well? Might feel good to do some audible sighs. Can you even allow the muscles of your head to relax? Can you let your forehead relax, your jaw, even your scalp and the back of your neck? Can you allow your brain to relax? And there's nothing to force here as well. If your mind is feeling all over the place, we're not trying to force it to shut up or be quiet. We're just, if it starts to wander and think about things, just gently bring your awareness back to feeling into the body, feeling the breath. Where is the breath? How is it moving? How does it feel? Let your hands come out to the sides, let your legs straighten out here. Maybe give your feet a little windshield wiper action here, really letting the legs relax. Settling into stillness. Bringing your awareness all the way in, so much so that you could even feel every single cell vibrating with energy and aliveness and radiance. Allowing yourself to be held by the earth and to trust that you do not have to be in control all of the time to be safe, to be loved, to be completely whole and perfect as you are. Without you even having to think about it, your body is constantly doing everything it can to keep you alive and healthy and functioning. Without you having to control it, gravity will always be holding you securely to our beautiful Mother Earth. Without you having to try, you are loved, and there are people in your life who love you for you. Let yourself rest and surrender to the truth that what is for you will not miss you. And you won't miss anything, you won't be late, you will arrive exactly where you need to be and to do exactly what you're meant to do. And everything that you are working to manifest is already on its way. And that by you taking care of yourself and being the most regulated, healthy, calm, aligned version of you, it's already on its way. You do not need to be in control, to be safe, to be loved, to be completely whole and perfect. You are safe to let go. You are safe to allow your body to relax. You are safe in this moment to simply to be exactly as you are. breath in. Exhale slowly. I invite you to continue to lay here for as long as feels good. I'm just going to let the music continue to play. But thank you so much for practicing, for showing up, for listening to your body today. I hope and pray that this brings you a wave of inspiration, hope, relief, creative energy, intuitive wisdom and knowing, and the trust that you are exactly who and where you need to be. Namaste, my loves.